Hello and welcome to Pepperroot Gaming. I'm Dragoon.
I'm hammering away.
Today Dirg is doing all of the hard work, and I'm loafing around.
Nice.
We've got a couple of goals for today. Let me just make sure I'm not burning the house down first.
It's probably a smart thing to check.
House not on fire yet. Okay, so a couple of goals for today. First thing is, a thing is we've got a bunch of these Hydrocraft animals. They should probably go somewhere. I know they also need to have food and other sorts of subsistence before they can have stuff yanked off of them. So we're going to do that. And the second thing is we started using the kiln last week, and we found out that doing anything with the kiln, putting things in it, taking things out of it, looking at it the wrong way, will give you horrible, horrible burns on your hand. So we're going to make a fireproof suit, collect the ingredients for that we can stop setting ourselves on fire, because it's awful.
Yeah, a little bit.
In fact, what, ooh, I did heal up. That's good.
Your burns are healed?
Yep.
That's so fast. Oh, you don't have the slow heal perk.
Correct.
Well, not perk, but anti-perk.
Yeah. Anti-perk, yeah. Jerk? Jerk?
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
At least mine got me a level in first aid.
Right. Let's grab this pan here. I should probably put these gloves on. All right. We're going to make a quick trip to the compost. Compost. That's not a word in the slightest. Compost. And we're going to drop off some crap in there while Dirg finishes leveling up his carpentry.
Need one more level.
One of the things we're going to make is the tailoring bench, which is required to make the fireproof suit. And the tailoring bench requires what level of carpentry?
6. I'm 5.
It was a quick math check for everyone in the audience. Hopefully you all came to the same answer.
Yep. Hey, Alan's like.
Hey.
That'll be nice.
Oh, I see the nice road that you've started here.
Yeah, and then I remember that we needed the barn, and upgrading walls is a lot more proficient for leveling than building floors.
That seems smart. Woof. Made it all the way out here to the compost. Took a long time.
It's a hike.
There we go. Get my weight down to a more manageable number.
So if we don't set ourselves on fire, you'll leave.
Yeah, that was a little ambiguous.
Does it have to be by the kiln? Like, can I set Dragoon on fire?
You better not. Expect people to be on fire. It's fair. Yet I'm glad that you're just real up front and setting your expectations. You're like, listen, there's going to be fire. There's going to be people. There's going to be people on fire. I don't care who, as long as somebody's burning.
Put him in the kiln. That's an interesting idea.
I don't think there's a cram human into kiln option yet.
Maybe a help load cookies option and then push.
All right, are you done yet?
Done yet. I'm at 291 out of 3,000. If you
Oh,
want to help, you
yeah.
can unpack the lumber and disperse it around.
Is all the lumber on here?
Yeah. It's in
You
pallets. So you have to unpack the pallet and then unpack the lumber stack.
right. So let's
And
unpack this.
then you can drop it off in different areas around.
We're gonna do a little experiment.
I like science.
I got a survival axe in here.
Yeah, that's my wood cutting cart.
Ah, okay. Oh yeah, here are my other weapons. I was wondering where those went. So I put the planks back on here. Can you just build from standing close to it now?
Standing close to it, yes. But I need a hammer in my main hand, so the cart would then go into my inventory and not be pullable from.
But I could bring the cart over here while you hammer.
All right. I was in the upgrade. I was thinking I'd take it maybe 2 tiles before the water barrels.
That sounds good.
Actually. I need planks.
Well, get ready.
Yeah, you're gonna drop them off around the wall? Just load my bag up.
There you go. 72 of them. Boy, they take a lot of time to move around.
Yeah, they do. Took a long time to cut all that, too.
Yeah, I bet. Just like lousy with rope. Thick rope.
The thick rope is for making the pallets, and the regular rope is for making the stacks.
Gotcha. Oh my god, this is taking forever. Well, there's a pile of 68 planks at my feet. So you should be able to keep building from that for a moment.
Construct, deconstruct, reconstruct.
Yeah, pretty much. I deconstructed the deconstruction to finally get a pile of planks that I need to shove back onto the pallet truck. I feel like a box cutter or something would have been more efficient in real life.
Do we want to put all the animals in one pen? Or segment it into, what is it, sheep, goats, pigs, horses,
That's a good question.
cows?
I mean, these are not the typical animals that, you know, that like walk around and do things. So I kind of feel like it doesn't really matter. Like, it just, if it's aesthetically pleasing, then yes. Spread them out, they'll get
Learn that
disease.
they'll get disease. I can't tell if you're serious or not. I bet you are, because this is Hydrocraft and, they set you on fire for touching a kiln.
No, Alan Zach doesn't play this game. He doesn't know. He's messing with you. Or he's giving you some, like, farmhand knowledge. I believe he grew up in the far country, so he might know more things about raising cattle. Just hot tips from your local farmer. I bet you've got a giant twig of hay just hanging out of your mouth right now, right?
I reckon I might.
Excellent.
Third of the way there.
Glad you're so optimistic. I've never seen someone take so long to load planks onto a pallet truck. Watch.
Well, you know you didn't have to break them all down at once, right?
I didn't. I broke down like 2.
Oh.
Did he give up? Like, stood up. He's like, I'm done with this. I can only take so much hot lumber action. You don't get off that easy. Start packing. Almost 70 degrees today.
Still hot.
Guess so.
Still in September, though.
Yeah, getting colder, which would be good, because I'm kind of overdressed for most things, but, you know, the not dying when I'm slow and squishy at this point. The advantage I was looking for.
Top off my water. You have a pan of food cooked up yet?
I do. It's in my backpack.
Can I swap you for an empty pan?
Like you want to take the food and then you're going to make something?
Like I'd take your food and then give you an empty pan so I can keep, you know, sticking boards on walls.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Here, have a pan of food.
Thanks. Empty pan's on the ground.
Do you have any crazy amount of lumber in my inventory? Don't. I do have rope. We're going to get rid of this nonsense. No, thank you.
It's a nice hat. You're so you're running around in only a bear hat. Isn't there like a loincloth by default too?
Nope. Modded that right out.
Okay.
He hangs around on those other Skyrim modding websites. I don't know that to be true. You're probably a very reputable person. Where do I keep getting rotten cabbages from?
Loincloth is also a bear hat.
So you're really wearing 2 bear hats. Got it.
Unless it's just the bear head and then a stripe of the back all the way down his back and wrapped up.
Could be.
Just a really long hat. Would that be like a super mullet?
Super.
Yeah, where your mullet also becomes your underwear?
Sure. Start with some broccoli, and then we're gonna add a little cabbage. Yep, good. Ooh, some more
It's
cabbage.
probably all rotten.
No, it's fine. I actually can't find rotten cabbage. It just somehow appears when I try to use it.
Yeah, that's that problem I was having. The refrigerator seems to keep things good as long as they're in the refrigerator.
As soon as you look the other way, it's like, rot, go, go, go.
Yeah.
Right.
That's the extent of what I can do there. Back to the road.
Okay. We need to add some carrots. Gotta have carrots. Nope. Nope. Out of ingredients. So don't gotta have carrots. A bear pelt is just a long hat. I heard you say it earlier, it just didn't click. Oh, well, I guess I can throw this fish in here too, right? We're gonna do that.
Which is good for putting weight on.
It's gonna eat a whole cabbage. Nothing? Just took the edge off, huh? You say so, game. Oh, interesting. There's like different food densities modeled in the microwave. I don't know what to call that. Smaller foods cook faster.
Oh. Well, yeah, I've seen that model with the cooking the IBC versus water bottles. Water bottles finish with 10 seconds, and the IBC takes 4 minutes. Never dawned on me that that was, cool programming, but it is actually.
Yeah. I've got a race going on right now. Is the fish food going to burn before the venison is cooked?
You gotta open it up and turn it right back on.
Oh, it is. I think the come on. Oof, there we go.
Out of planks.
I'm gonna eat this carrot. And then I'm gonna eat what must be a very hot and dry piece of fish.
Only got 1,300 to go. If we're going on a road trip, I might just stop at some houses and break down beds and stuff there.
Sounds like a plan.
Might be faster than getting 6 XP at a time for doing the floor.
Got some surgery tools. An actual needle, saw, an axe, scissors and a wrench, a hammer and a screwdriver. I think I have just about all the tools. Oh yeah, and then I think I have extra pockets I can put in my Alice backpack. Huh. Well, do I need to refresh my backpack?
Happen. There you go, Snickers.
Hey. It's possible that I just lost all the inventory in my backpack.
Yeah, I warned you about that a long time ago. Hopefully you didn't have anything good in there.
Roast.
Oh, no. But the carrots.
And the pan.
I think we had 3 or 4 pans.
Yeah. It's a disappointing setback.
Yeah.
Cannot believe that happened. I wonder if it's because the name changed.
I don't know. Happened in the testing worlds I did too. So it was one of the bugs I mentioned to keep an eye out for.
Yeah. That was like a month ago at this point.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, and a water bottle. At least one.
It's okay. I think we've got about 30. Unless it was a special one.
It was the medical canteen, which wasn't the best, but
Nah.
but it was mine, you know?
Yeah, I know.
You must done cooking. Good grief. Okay, well, I think we can start getting suited up. I'm going to fill up these water bottles. Just kidding. The water dispenser is empty.
IBC should be full.
Oh yeah, you guys wanna see a magic trick? Well, now you see this giant crate here. Nothing up my sleeves. Zam, it's gone. But wait, there's more. I'll take this giant container and shove it into this tiny microwave. And oddly enough, this is how you make untainted water. Obviously, this is not vanilla game. I don't think you can put a giant metal-rimmed plastic container into a microwave. At least not a factory one.
Oh, it's magic.
And heavy. Add water from this giant container. Okay, well, let's take a quick nap until daytime. And then we can start rolling out.
Looks like I'm going to have to make some food first. I'm only going to have a quarter of that. I keep wanting to cross pot and pan together. And I don't think it's either of those, right? No, it's a pan. Roast pan.
Right. I don't have the IBC anymore? What happened?
Oh no. That's a rough thing to lose if you don't. Did you check the microwave?
Don't think that I need to, because I used it to fill the water cooler. What in the
Check your
world
hands.
is going on? Oh, yep,
Like
it's in my hands. starting to freak out. I was like, what is happening? Like, this is utter chaos right now.
Think we got that backup.
Good grief. Okay, all that nonsense is sorted. I'm gonna throw this in my now much more expansive backpack. Way lighter because, you know, I have nothing else in it. Encumbrance reduction 95. So I might want to move some things around. Full pouch, only 40. Side pouch is only 40. Yeah, so I think the saw and the wrench are going to have to go in the Alice backpack here. Oh yeah, definitely the survival axe. Weighing me down, man. Hey, there we go.
Did you get your items back?
No, absolutely not. No,
Oh.
but I was able to organize my inventory so I'm not over encumbered for like the first time in forever.
So less fun, here we go.
I mean, a normal, here we go. Like, this is appropriate, here we go. How big was that fish fillet? I grabbed a fish fillet out of the fridge and was like, oh man, you're over encumbered again. What are you talking about? And the fish was this big.
It's not letting me add things to the roast.
Oh my god, the options are like grab cow and kill cow. Can we not? Good grief.
I think I'm crashing. That's probably why.
Did you open up Craft Helper?
Nope. Can't interact with containers, though.
I see you moving around like a ghost.
I saw you moving. Can you pull things out of the fridge?
Grab one. Hey, Purple Oak. Yes, I've got some fresh berries here. And they make an uncomfortable eating noise.
I'm going to drop my started pan on the ground out here then. Oh,
Okay.
never mind. Yeah, I can't interact with any inventory. I'm going to reload.
Okay.
See if that fixes it.
Then while you're gone, I'm going to take a nap.
Wood.
Right here in these bleachers. It's not a great bed, but I don't care.
Out in the open. Exposed to the random respawns we get.
It's in the food tent. It's like mostly safe.
Isn't that where you saw the the dead one?
No. I think it's where you saw the dead one. I simply found the corpse.
Same thing, right? One's just not
guess.
walking anymore.
Man, it really bothers me that there's like garbage you can't clean up off the floor.
You can. Pick it up like you're picking up a piece of furniture.
Oh, here we go. I hit the craft helper button. Now it's got to load all 48,000 recipes. There we go. Pick up trash. That's wonderful. Although somewhat counterintuitive.
By picking it up, though, you remove the zone for trash searching, or whatever that skill is called.
Okay. I just throw the trash on the ground again.
Yeah.
Well, good. I'm going to put it by the dump then.
Oh, there you go. Good idea.
You get litter.
Gotta keep your kitchen clean or you get food poisoning.
Right. So instead, I'm going to throw my garbage everywhere else. Not
I'm
my
sure you
problem.
eat at a table too.
All right, are you back yet?
I would say yes, but the program just crashed on me.
Cool, cool, cool.
Yep. Crashed a desktop crash.
Yeah, if it took down your whole computer, that would be very bad.
Yeah, not crashed to floor.
Is that what they're calling it?
CTF. It's no longer capture the flag.
Ooh, what I find? Pick up an unknown item. Yes, please. Look at that.
You guys
Empty.
stand around and let it identify it first. Well, I guess you don't have to, but I think you get more experience that way.
I found a garbage bag. You seem to get it as soon as you pick it up as well.
You get experience for finding an item and for picking up or choosing not to pick up an item. And I think you lose out on the finding item experience. I could be wrong.
Glad to put that IBC out here. It just started raining and start filling that thing back up.
Those 2 rain barrels hold a lot of water. Just fill the IBC from that and run it to the microwave back and forth. The last time I filled the water cooler, it got the 1 barrel to about half.
Man, that seemed like as much as it should be.
You could always move the animals over too while you wait for me. Get them in a safe area.
Yeah. Man, do you need to have the garbage bags in your inventory to unpack them?
At the
Junkyard.
junkyard, is it a garbage bag or is it a small bag of trash?
Garbage bag.
You won't be able to do anything there with it. It's got to be a small bag of trash or a medium box of trash when we upgrade it. So it'll look like it's, kind of full instead of the vanilla bag.
Okay. Cricket.
It's good bait for traps. Maybe not for fishing.
Right. Let's get another level in foraging. Doing great.
Good. I'm back and I can interact with the fridge.
Good day.
Far 1 out of 10 cabbages has not been rotten.
I had better luck taking them out of the fridge instead of like right-clicking and letting it take it out of the fridge.
Just take the whole stack. Oh, look at that. All of them still fresh.
Yeah. I don't know if that's a bug or what. Obviously, you only want to do this in the game. In the real world, it's ill-advised to grab the male cows. They don't like it.
A bad touch.
No, they're just mean.
I'm sure he would argue that so are you.
I wonder if I can put these animals on a hand cart. That feels hilarious.
Probably. They're just items.
Go, little sheep, be free. So very little.
The food is cooking.
Right.
You know where we're headed?
No.
Neither do I. What do we need?
That's a great question. We are going to need, first, the tailor's workbench. Tailor's workbench
Right.
does not seem like it is too crazy. Let's see.
Yeah, I think all we needed there was the carpentry skill.
All right. Then along with the tailor's workbench, we're going to need 20 rolls of aluminum. Fighter helmet, a blacksmith apron, 4 units of borax, either a clay or iron cauldron, either latex or rubber gloves, a set of safety glasses, a spatula, either wooden or plastic.
Check how you make the cauldron. I suspect you make the cauldron at the kiln.
Yeah, right? Some good irony. There's iron
Yeah.
and there's clay, so we'll see. I opened them up in another tab.
Okay.
Firefighter jacket, some military desert boots, a pair of long socks, firefighter pants, water, and a welder's mask. And then, with all that, we'll finally be able to use the kiln safely. We won't have to shake hands with danger, or a fire, whatever the case may be. Okay, iron cauldron. We need campfire materials, an iron anvil, 10 iron ingots, smithy hammer. That looks like it's probably not going to happen. Clay cauldron. Look at speeds to craft. Campfire materials, some charcoal, a clay, kiln, and 4 stones. So not terrible, but definitely dangerous.
Hey. Well, at least we know who heals faster, right?
And I think I saw that there are some materials you can use to take less damage or potentially no damage. And we'll have to take a look at those.
So it sounds like we need to find firemen.
Yeah, we definitely, well, at least a firehouse.
Right. I know where one is. Out in Rosewood.
Okay.
I'll open the map as soon as I'm done rebandaging myself. I don't know if it continues to bandage. I would hate to die to that. Rosewood is a bit of a hike, though.
You'll have that. Yep, don't mind me. Just strapping some goats and a dog onto a pallet jack.
It is a long drive, but there's also a treadmill there, which is something that we needed to get to, right?
Oh, I think you're right. That's excellent.
So if you open up your map, let me know when you're there.
1 second, I'm gonna drop off this dog here.
Okay.
We're going to stand guard outside.
Okay.
And
Good
then
boy.
these goats here, they're going to protect the sheep.
That's what they do.
Must have used a lot of zip ties. These goats are really on this jack. Okay, I'm looking at the map.
Wait, we are going to head south out of here.
Okay.
Follow that road all the way back to Muldrow.
Oh, wow.
And then
okay.
all the way through Muldrow to where you get to the 4-point crossroad with the on-ramps and whatnot.
Oh,
and
all the way there. Okay.
Yeah, all the way there, and then we'll make a right-hand turn to go west. Follow that. Where'd it go? I rotated the map, and now I don't know. Oh, there it is. Okay. Up until the next main road going south. There's a dirt road, and then after that is a road. And that road takes you to Rosewood.
All right, so that's the cluster that's right at the bottom of the map. Is that correct?
There's one further south. You didn't turn off at the crossroad.
No, I guess I did. All right, so I'm at the crossroads.
Yeah. Turn right to go west.
Okay.
And follow that until the first major south turn. There'll be a dirt road and then a road. And that is the center of town, Rosewood. There's the corner with 3 blue buildings.
Okay.
That's I think a law office, a police department in the corner, and then the fire department, the other south.
Okay. Those are our targets.
And that other big blue one is a school too, so we could stop there if we need anything else.
Okay. What's that little blue building right on the way in?
I'm not sure. I've never taken that approach.
Fair enough. Okay. Well, I'm sure this goat is getting very antsy. I'm going to go ahead and disconnect him from the trailer.
Sounds like a goat to me.
Oh, I guess I can just pop in through this window here. Okay, you ready to go?
I think so. Let me top off my water bottle. Three-quarters on my food. So, yeah, I'm good enough.
Mushrooms. God, I feel like we're traveling with kids. You're like, all right, I'm going to get up at 5 a.m. and we're going to leave and we'll get there just before rush hour. And then you finally get out, like, kicking and screaming at 11 a.m. Like, are we going to stop for lunch? No, we just left the house. You should have had a granola bar.
With the amount of bags that we're carrying, be surprised if there were kids. Which vehicle do you want to take?
I'm tempted to take the van.
Hey, because it's already hooked up?
Yeah, and I just feel like we're going to need it.
Okay, do you want to drive or do you want me to?
I'll drive.
See if it needs to be topped up first.
We're almost at 3/4.
I was already filling.
Oh, sorry.
It's okay. Just did a dangerous move. Look, you didn't rip the hose out. Catch me on fire.
I mean, I don't think that's a thing in this game, but I wouldn't be surprised.
No, this isn't a Hydrocraft item. I think we're done. Yes. Yeah, I don't get the option anymore. Okay. Let's roll out. Very smooth.
Thanks.
We're at the door. I think I remember we left a lot of zombies out there.
Yeah, I think they were over here somewhere. Over to the east, but they don't need to know we're leaving. Man, you got a fan already asking for your autograph.
42. Actually, this is a one-hit kill.
What is going on over there?
Be my super severe depression. I guess I should take up smoking again.
Right? Well, lucky for you, there's some cigarettes in the glove box.
Oh, yummy. Hope you don't mind me smoking in your car.
It's not my car. Whoa!
Oh, hello. Oh, it's the wounded hands.
Oh. Okay. You're supposed to be keeping an eye out.
Okay.
Yeah, we
You'll probably want to
really
take the price.
gotta come through here and get rid of this. We're gonna need to take care of these first. All right, got 11 long blade.
Nice.
Yeah, this guy really struggles in anything but first gear.
Trees are growing up there.
Yeah. Maintenance is gonna have to happen soon. Okay. Finally, on the road. And if you have to go, you're just gonna have to hold it.
That's why I've got 5 bottles.
Ah, the old trucker's bathroom. Got it.
You don't mind if I pee in a bottle in your car, do you?
I feel like I don't have a choice. Oh, we're going to want to take the bridge, aren't we?
Yeah,
As
it's still quite a ways.
soon as they get to these cement dividers, they get nervous, you know?
Yeah. You are about almost halfway to the bridge.
Okay.
Oh, not there.
Why not?
Yeah. I hope the extra wear and tear on the tires doesn't make them pop.
Does this cause extra wear and tear?
Yeah, I think it's considered off-road.
Just take the fun out of everything.
Sorry.
Here I am playing Train Simulator, and you're just Mr. Buzzkill.
Choo-choo. Well, if the tires do pop, at least you'll be on the rails.
See? This is a win-win. On the tracks again.
What's back in that neighborhood?
I don't
Look
know.
at the map.
I'll have to save that for a future episode.
Looks like a lot of spread apart residential.
Ooh, sounds like they're probably rich.
Maybe riverfront property.
Eat the rich. Because they're gonna eat
Maybe
us.
that. Brunch.
He had it coming. Oh my gosh, you weren't kidding.
Yeah, I told you it was a long way. You're getting kinda close. This next turn. You can hop off. Glad trees didn't grow up through there.
Yet. I feel like all of this is just like disaster inbound in any moment. Boy, it's getting a little more populated over here.
Yeah, it is.
Haven't been here in a while. And the transmission in this guy is not great.
A trailer. Just have a pet on me. Oh well.
You have a what on you?
A pen
Oh,
for
would you,
marking where that trailer was.
would you like one?
There might be one in the glove box, huh? Yeah, there's a pencil in there.
There you go. Isn't there a mod that we have installed that lets you make a giant death engine? Ooh.
Yeah, the car upgrade parts.
Yeah. You ready to fight?
Not yet. Do I
Okay.
need to?
Soon. There's a firefighter truck and a couple of firefighters in suits.
Okay, I'm good. I'm out of the map.
Okay. All right.
Oh, if we're taking down firefighters for their suits, we should be using blunt. Otherwise, we're going to shred them.
All right. I had one that was a little too far gone, but good to note. What's up, buddy? Boy, took an awful lot of hits.
Yeah. MRE.
Is one of those items some combat boots?
Yeah, you mentioned the desert combat boots.
Yeah, military combat boots. Okay. So not these guys.
We've probably got them back in one of the boxes.
Yeah. Ooh, energy bar.
It's a good one.
Where are you going? Another zombie who's just like, no, I live in the woods now. Alright, well, she's down there somewhere. Heck yeah, mac and cheese. On trail mix. This is great. Pack of chewing gum. We can exploit the cooking mechanic with that.
I think it'd only be exploiting if you could put the gum back in the pack.
Right. I guess. It does feel a little strange when you can open up a pack of gum and it's like, oh, you just gained so much cooking experience. Like,
Yeah.
what? Why?
More experience per piece of gum you pull out than for chopping up an onion.
Right. Okay. I'm going to throw this fighter stuff back here. And I guess rinse off in this beautiful rain shower we have.
Here's the option for a washing vehicle. Oh, but it uses water from your inventory.
It should use the rain too, or the rain should just affect it automatically. Allegedly. All
I'll
right.
risk that back at base.
You checked the
Check.
vehicle already?
Did not.
All right, you
I'll
go
jump
for
out.
that.
Got the zombies?
I do. Ah, I see you could get into it.
Yep.
Guy has
Axe, firefighter's helmet, black combat boots.
Oh, excellent. We need that helmet for sure.
Wait,
I'll take that. A wallet with no money in it. Cheapskate.
I don't carry around any money in my wallet either. Hope you never beat me over the head with a sword.
That's true. I don't either. Unless somebody gives me money. Like if I buy someone a soda or something, they like give me $2. I was like, okay, then I guess I have $2 now.
Bye.
I thought you were in the car.
In the other car.
All right, we'll keep up.
I was hot wiring. Alright, 2 failures. I'm getting out. Alright, I'm in. Go, go, go.
An ambulance up there.
You're on the right road.
We're on the only road.
Yeah, we're on the right road. Okay.
I believe the instructions were literally, get on this road. Drive on this road forever. When you think you're done driving on this road, you're not. Keep driving on this road.
There were a couple turnoffs. But yeah, you're pretty much right. Ooh, hold up. There's a camp back there. Some fancy looking traps.
Okay. I'm gonna get just past the zombies. Alright.
Can't pick them up.
You alright over there, Burns McGee?
Yep. Let's see if you can right click on these traps.
Yeah. Careful,
Get the
somebody
option on the tents.
sneaking in over here. No, sir, I'm sorry. You're gonna have to buy your own trail mix. Oh, do you see a camp here?
You don't?
Yeah, I think this is another one of those ghost camps that only you can see.
Dang. Okay.
I was wondering, are you like, you saw it and I was like, man, you either have great eyesight or that doesn't exist.
That's too bad. It was a metal cage trap.
Small flashlight, take that. Especially since my old one was deleted under strange circumstances.
All set when you are.
Great. Wave to all the nice people, Dirg. They're here to welcome us to the city.
Distance-wise, I think we're about a little over a third. I have to drive through Muldrow's downtown area, though.
Yeah. There's that side road, right? I remember it's only 2 lanes and it's got a lot of woods, but I remember there being less car traffic. Sorry, I got distracted because I did actually see tents.
Oh, I did. Oh, yeah. We're back in there.
Alright, well, let me get around to these guys. Okay.
I think one of my hands may be healed up. It's not taking 20 hits anymore.
Nice. Wait, are you alive? Get out of here.
I'm still alive.
No, this zombie.
Oh.
The corpse is moving around, but I don't think she's actually still alive. Ooh, smart work gloves. Definitely take those. They get absorbed in a lot of different recipes.
Do they?
Yeah,
All the ones I've seen say it has the K next to it, which means you keep it.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the fire suit, it does go away. Which I guess kind of makes sense. I guess we're sewing it into it. I don't know.
Yeah.
A boonie hat. Oop, here's a black pen for you. You want to get some variable colors. All right, good talk.
Yep. See it.
Okay. This looks spooky. Nothing to be worried about in these woods at all.
Well, your tents were way back there.
Cool. Yes, they are.
I'll head back as soon as I finish this guy. I saw tents on the other side, back by the black Jeep.
Okay.
So one of these 3 POIs should be real.
This one is. I'm at least collecting the items from it.
Oh, that's good.
Take down tent.
You probably don't need that.
Oh, hey!
Thanks for the follow.
Taking down the tent is apparently very difficult.
But you know we have like 50 tents right outside our base?
Yeah, I was just more curious as to why it didn't let me take it out. Like, he starts doing the animation and then he doesn't. It doesn't matter.
She popped up on the mini-map.
Yeah, I think one of those other mods does have you pop up on the minimap, but yeah, I'll have to look into that.
It's hard to track you down by looking at the map.
I'm behind you.
Close proximity. Yeah, I saw that.
Okay.
I was going to the other tents.
Oh yeah, your mysterious tents?
Yep. It's a bit of forest walking.
It's my least favorite kind of walking. long socks. I'm pretty sure we need those, and those get absorbed. Pliers. I feel like those are important to something, and I don't remember what. Metal bending?
I think there's a few different types. That was definitely a hunter-like survivor. Or not quite survivor anymore.
Right.
So, so this should be a real POI.
Okay.
Do you see the tents right here next to me?
I don't even know where you are. I pulled up forward a little bit, and then I found some friends.
I'm back by that black Jeep. If that's real.
There was a black Jeep? Oh yeah, you're behind me. Okay. Well, when you're ready, come south.
Okay. Doing some dense forest killing.
That feels like a bad idea.
Yeah. Just 2 double barrel shotguns and some ammo. I'll leave the guns and take the ammo.
Okay.
What was the button to toggle the click to walk?
0. Oh, click to walk. Y, I think. 0 was
Thanks.
force the global inventory searching. Which you didn't ask, but I told you anyway, so you're welcome.
Oh.
There you are.
Sleep in the car?
Yeah, it's probably a good idea at this point. Turn the headlights off. My car off.
Put your window up.
Hold on.
Yeah.
As soon as we started talking about it, they started coming out.
Better then than while we were sleeping.
When is your 1 rear pepper root-iversary? That's a good question.
Jeez.
I don't know that I know.
For videos.
I don't know that I know the answer to that right offhand.
Videos would be easy to find. We would just pull up YouTube and get
Yeah.
the date on the first video.
I think I have that handy, actually. So let's go to sleep. And, see.
I'm experiencing too much pain to sleep.
Sounds pretty typical you.
Yeah. And change my bandages and check for painkillers.
Oh, man, we blew right past it. October 10th, 2021.
Jeez.
That's wild. You need some painkillers?
I think I've got some from the last time. Somewhere. Yep, I got them.
Minor pain from sleeping in this. It's hilarious. Yeah, I think we did miss our 1 year. We'd have to do something else to celebrate.
What do they call that in Alice in Wonderland? An unbirthday?
A very merry unbirthday. Are you sleeping yet?
I'm on pill number 4. There we go.
That time she flies.
Oh, jeez. It's on my side. Ah, they're
Okay.
biting at me.
Got her.
Can't tell if they got through the window or not, but I don't see any damage on me.
An AA-12 magazine. I guess thanks.
It's the auto shotgun.
Right? Seems
Those are fun.
uncommon.
Well, especially after my bag disappeared with most of our magazines.
Need to check out my clothing at some point. Oh, wow.
Left her credit card.
Your credit card.
You put my credit card on her body?
Yeah. I accidentally picked it up and then I felt bad about it, so I had to put it somewhere where I knew you'd find it.
Not to pass the blame off on her. She
Right.
must have gotten it through the window.
What a jerk. Man, you just can't trust a zombie. What is the world coming to? Meanwhile, I just want to point out how super good at distractions we are. We're going to go on one simple trip. We're just going to go down, come back, and we've already stopped like 3 times.
There's a tanker truck back there.
No.
Next
Not
time.
doing it. Mark it on the map. We're going.
Saw another camp with traps, too.
No, you didn't.
Probably didn't.
I didn't see it. I mean, I really didn't see it, but also I didn't see it. Listen, I've seen a lot of movies. There you go. For whatever reason, you were standing up in your seat.
Oh.
Okay, this is bad.
Mm.
Get out of here. Go, 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 go.
These moving trucks are really nice.
We'll see how nice they are when we get out of the zombie panic here. Got a nice little army.
Remember, you're not allowed to die.
Okay. Thinning them out.
Good.
Oof. Okay. I think some clothing got torn, but I'm not sure which.
Finally.
What'd you find?
Killed him.
Oh,
Just chasing him around the car wrecks for a long time. Still one up by the van.
yeah, I bet. It's waiting for you to come back. Here it comes. Oh yeah, that moving truck does look like in great shape.
They can be upgraded into your death vehicles.
Ah, got it. Do you see this massive trailer?
Oh yeah. I got the army truck hotwired. They might just need gas.
250 in this trailer.
Do you see the even bigger trailer?
Oh, this truck hauling trailer?
Uh-huh.
This looks like it's run down.
It's got tires. All the other wrecks don't have tires. Yeah, you can access the back.
900.
1,170.
Okay.
That's nuts.
We're going to mark that in the map real quick.
Yeah, we'll have to clear a path to get to it. Maybe bring that police vehicle over.
Yeah.
Check this army one here first, see what it needs.
Okay.
It's just gas, we can siphon it.
Found a small welcoming committee.
Thought I heard it. The engine is at 15%. There's 2 gas in the gasoline, so something's stopping it. Battery's at 17% too. So maybe it's just trouble starting. Oh, there we go.
Did you surprisingly get it to start?
Yep.
Were you looking for a one-piece swimsuit?
No. But some of those come with armor. So I am wearing one.
Scratch defense 5. Yeah.
Oh, no way. You can get in the back of this truck, and it's full of furniture.
Wait, the back of this giant trailer?
No, the Dean McKay moving and storage truck.
How does one get in the back of it?
By accessing the trunk.
Dude.
Wish I could rotate the camera.
Yeah. This is great. This is a ton of furniture we can use. Oh, and one of those fancy chrome microwaves. You know how I've always wanted one of those fancy chrome microwaves.
Yeah. Driver's side is locked. Check the stats.
Hear somebody angry around the cars. I can't tell where.
It's not in bad shape. It's overall of 53.04, mostly because all the special stuff is missing. Engine's at 35. Brakes could use some work. Oh, they were sneaking up on me.
Yeah, there's been a lot of that going around.
Alright. This guy's got some machete on him, I think. No, a butcher's knife. That's something we need.
Oh, yeah. Oh, man. Incoming raid. Thanks, Nomus.
Hey,
Hey. Welcome. How'd your stream go? I would have been watching it, but unfortunately, I guess fortunately, I was doing mine. It's going well. Getting super distracted. We're trying to... this is a Hydrocraft run, so we're trying to get the resources to make the fireproof suit so we can use a kiln. Because we've both set ourselves on fire so far. It's been great.
Yep. Burned hands are no joke.
Oh man, more welcoming committee. Can you get out of the way? I think you are. Coming behind you.
I think we've proven that you don't do damage to me, though.
Right. Just shove you around. Alright, let's hit the road. Okay, for those of you just joining, we're about halfway on a long journey to come over here. The materials we need are a bunch of firefighter stuff, so we're heading to the firehouse there.
Where's wood?
So if you guys know any good road games, definitely shout them out.
Spot the zombie in the bikini.
Punch buggy.
That's a lot of trees you're going to be driving through.
I think I missed him. The trailer didn't, but I did. Oof. The water truck's nice. This is the hardest part about any Hydrocraft additions. It's like there's just so many things. You keep wanting to stop and check them all out, and it's painful.
Yeah.
I think this is the first time we've been above 30 miles an hour.
Even when you were on the train tracks?
No. On the train tracks, I guess.
Oh, whoa.
Mark it. We gotta go.
Okay. That must be the truck to get that huge trailer. Oh, boy. I'm not going to look. I'm on the map. You can get this figured out.
I think I got it.
Okay.
Maybe I
Two
don't.
big smiley faces.
It's not even good. All right, get ready to bail. I thought he had clearance. Okay.
You're good.
I think we're good. Oh, I know. Oh, believe me, I was just as clenched as you probably were.
Very long.
Like, as soon as it got wedged between those two cars, I was like, and it's over. Whew. Gonna get some metal working in tonight. Straighten out this hood. Probably put a new door on.
Open up the map, see how close we are.
Yeah, you say nice work. It was just me very frantically slamming W and S back and forth. But I appreciate it. I'll take the compliment.
We are just about to that turn where we pull off to Season 1's base.
Oh, yeah.
So we're getting kind of close to Muldrow's Center.
And wave, not there. There it is.
Yeah.
There's the old road.
That might be safer to take, actually.
Yeah, we'll see how many trees have grown up through it. Yeah. Button mashing was the only strat employed there.
Button, car, everything mashing.
Yeah. Oh, see, this is the same problem we had last time when the trees start coming in.
Oh, no. It's just strand us? No. Okay.
No, I just got to get it into first gear. And then I can power through.
Just don't blow the engine.
That all, man, I keep learning mechanics that I hate.
Someone's beating on the car.
They sure are.
It's at least 3 of them.
Oh my gosh. Why do you keep leading me into these? Keep trusting you. You're like, that'll be safer.
I didn't say you had to take it.
In what situation does, yep, that'll be safer, sound like I should do anything else than other what you said?
Okay. I'm gonna equip the shotgun and roll the window down.
You're just full of good decisions, aren't you, today? You could hop out and get these
Can't
people
jump out of a moving vehicle.
Oh, hold on. I'm sure I can stop.
Oh, he's at my door.
Oh my gosh. Never again. I'm never leaving the road again. It's not worth it.
You're almost there. There you go.
This is the vehicular equivalent of like one of those body horror films. Like I'm just creeping forward, just keep getting more and more mutilated. It's just awful. I'm uncomfortable the whole time. It's not even fun anymore.
It's like that hole in the woods was the right size for your car. Were you going back to the main road?
No, I'm just, oh my gosh.
Oh no.
He came out of nowhere.
Oh, I don't have a window, I don't think.
Yeah, that's probably why it was
Munching my clothes.
shortcut. Yeah, when you woke up in the morning to being breakfast.
Just check for holes.
Yeah, I'll have to. It does feel good to be on a familiar road, at least.
Yeah.
I know season 1 we paved that whole thing in wood. It was way better.
Make a road.
Right? Trying to find the right amount of zoom where it doesn't catastrophically tank the frame rate, but I can see further than 12 feet. You keep popping out of the car. Is that intentional?
Oh, that must be when I look around.
Yeah. Okay.
So I guess, yes, it's intentional.
We're going to have to hop out here. I'm going to pull into the field a little bit. Okay. Sledge. But can you sledge the trees? Honest question. I have no idea. I guess it would make sense. You can sledge everything else. Nope. Oh, I see you've been here.
Yep. I was going to circle back around that direction. Oh no. Oh, jeez.
You okay?
Yeah, I just got locked up in a push him off you animation.
Whew. All right. Where you at? You okay?
It should be. I got a few crawlers coming my way.
Yeah. There you are.
Okay.
Coming up behind you.
Yep. Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, we're going to take a brief sanity break. Eat something, drink something. In game.
One coming up at you. Never mind, they swapped to come to me.
Yeah, I mean, you look much tastier. You got all these bright colors. I am in camouflage. They probably can't even see me.
Is that camouflage? Okay, yeah.
I
Look
mean,
more like a kitchen garbage bag that you shredded.
urban camouflage.
Just keep coming.
Yeah, it was getting pretty busy over here. Can you imagine what it's like on the main road right now?
I was just going to say that.
I'm actually kind of glad we took the side road. Remember the last time was 100% undrivable.
I might have to smoke.
Yeah, stress Gendia.
I don't know if that's stress or the depression, but I'm swinging super slow. Could also be the hand damage.
Got it.
Thank you.
Oof. Okay. Tank that water bottle quick enough.
Why don't you get the car back to the road while I continue clearing?
Okay.
Here we go again. We're slowing down. It's a bugged weapon.
I did have some weirdness with it. Okay, back on the road.
I need assistance.
Okay.
These guys are faster than I am and I can't run anymore.
Okay. Hey. I think I got him.
Thank you. Something's really slowing me down. Oh, I'm super overheated. Hypothermic.
There's more
or
coming behind you.
Where'd that come from?
Accidentally put on a
It's no
winter's
hotter
jacket.
here. No, I didn't change my outfit at all.
It was more of a joke.
Oh.
Although, I can imagine your ability to detect humor is kind of impacted right now.
Yeah, being chased.
And they really like you.
Great.
Got him.
Get in the car and turn the AC on.
Ooh.
Yes.
Okay. That's a legit strat. Get in there. Crank that AC. Don't think I didn't see you. In the trees. Jerk.
There is no AC. It's just heater. I know it. There's... Okay. The icon for it makes it look like it's just heat.
Oh, yeah. I think that's gotten me before, too. Another A12 magazine.
Nice.
Measuring tape? I felt like we needed that. Okay. I think there's enough room on this side.
More zombies.
Yeah. I'm not gonna get stranded again. I'm gonna try and clear them out.
But I'm no longer hot.
It happens to all of us. You get older, and even with diet and exercise, it's just...
It's all the burn scars. Well, sheep.
Okay, anybody more?
Yeah.
One coming from the trees. Okay.
Trees, man.
Watch out. Coming through. Come on, little tree. Okay. Finally.
Woman.
Another straggler coming through. I think the road is clear enough.
I hope so.
Yeah. I just got a nice little lag spike from zooming out a little too far. Came back in and the car jerked in one direction. Are you able to scan ahead?
Maybe? Yeah, I can. Just a little bit.
Okay.
You want to know for cars or for zombies?
Primarily cars, but zombies would be good too.
It's pretty thick right here for zombies. Another thick group.
All right. I think they're making an opening.
Yep. That time you towed my car through here
Yes.
at night.
The long history of bad ideas. That was another great one. We had a
5
van.
miles an hour.
Yeah. We had a van strapped to the back of another van to bring back, and we could not exceed more than about 10 miles an hour, and only in first gear. As soon as it shifted up to second gear, it would just slowly drop to a crawl. So I just had to keep feathering the throttle through waves and waves and waves of zombie in the dark. It was the worst. It was absolutely the worst.
You know, another time on this road, you gave me a mushroom to eat. And I died
Uh-oh.
falling out of the car. Well, this might be a crash.
Yep. I had a slow black fade out to the main menu. And we'll just, that's it. Push her up.
I'm still in game. Your car just came to a sudden stop.
Yeah, I bet it
Luckily,
did.
only one zombie.
This ought to be great.
Yeah.
I'm glad it did. I didn't just get, like, assumed up to heaven while driving, and you just kind of were coasting at 50 miles an hour. That would have been funnier.
This guy had a full water bottle on him. Never ever seen that before. It's usually an empty one. Oh, hi.
Hi. Oh, I'm somehow I managed to run myself over. Maybe in half. Got beer cans, apparently. Thought I had more water.
Do you need?
No, don't do this at home, kids. You might want to turn down the AC. I'm actually, like, freezing.
So, driving with my wife.
I know, right? Like, it's like, I don't want to be that guy, but like, it's getting a little nippy in here.
AC's off.
Okay.
There's also a water bottle in the trunk, which you
Excellent.
can access from inside the car. Turn right. The car's right.
Yes. I will remind you, politely, that the cardinal directions do not change.
That is correct.
I know we all have skills. I found out that mine was understanding the cardinal directions of this game. And you have many
That
other
takes
skills.
me like an extra 10 seconds to remember
I
because
know.
it's tilted.
I honestly have no idea why I can remember it. Like, for whatever reason, it just clicked with me in this game. But in other times, like in the real world, I hardly know which way is north.
That's the opposite for me. I can usually tell without even looking for the sun or anything. It's like I got magnets in my nose.
Yeah, you got those high iron deposits in the bridge of your nose.
Yep. Big bird beak. It'll be the first actual road on the left.
Okay.
Sorry, to the south.
I was reading about. I almost went for it. I was one of my coworkers. I think you met Aaron before. I don't know if it was legit or not, but he found a place that would allegedly put a magnet like into your hand, like it sewed in like
I've
a little.
seen that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was going for the practical purposes. He works with electronics a lot in high voltage, so he was looking to be able to, put his hand over an outlet and feel if it had current flowing through it.
Okay.
But then I guess when you have it in long enough, you can have it be sensitive enough to feel magnetic north. Allegedly.
Allegedly, that's pretty awesome.
It is. I feel empirically awesome, but I just don't know if it, is a real thing. Feels worthwhile. That's like a little taste of superpower as a human, That feels kind of cool.
Yeah. Car.
Thank you. I had already seen it. I think our view distances might be a bit different.
Must be.
I didn't see this road yet, I don't think.
Look, you got the dirt road here, and then the next road will be the road.
Perfect.
We'll look at the map, see where that dirt road goes. It goes to some farms.
Okay. Knott's Berry?
Is that on a sign or something?
No, it's a farm / small theme park around us, sort of.
Huh.
I thought everyone knew about Knott's Berry Farm, at least regionally.
Nope.
Is that the real road?
That is not a road on the map.
Okay. Great. It looked a little small. Here's a real road, I think. Yep.
Yep.
It's getting thick. I have to...
It's going to get thicker. This will be downtown.
Okay. Well, then let's stop here and work our way in.
Okay.
Because we got a lot around us, and I expect it to get worse.
Want me to pull out the shotgun and go loud?
If you want.
Really?
If that is your wish. I think we have an open field and some room to maneuver around, so for all of the places, this is probably the best that you've suggested it. Plus, worst comes to worst, I can hide, and then they'll all just come and get you.
Weird. Do with that thing. I
just got a level in maintenance. Not totally sure how that happened.
Hmm.
Like,
You
body.
still have those the magazines on you?
I have a book.
Oh no, the A12 magazines,
Oh. Uh,
not like Boy's Life.
yeah, well, you weren't smoking, and I know you were feeling a little depressed around the holidays, so... Yeah, I do. 1 second. Here are 2 of them, and one of them is in the back of the car. And these gas stations are usually a lot more of a disaster. I'm kind of surprised.
You know what?
No,
That
what?
camp that had the 2 double barrel shotguns and the box of ammo,
Huh?
it wasn't shotgun ammo.
Well, no wonder they died.
Yeah. Oh, dang.
Poor guys, just throwing 9mm.
Oh well. No shotgun tonight.
Man, I'm smashing water bottles left and right. This thirsty trait is no joke.
I'm in. There's a gas station right here. There's probably sodas inside.
You know, that's probably a good idea. We are close.
Before we get into town.
Yeah. Should probably fuel up and,
We don't have a generator.
good point. Well, you could do the next best thing. I mean, I know you don't have your shotgun, but you could yodel at them.
On it.
Well, you're really going for it. All right.
Yep.
I mean, I threw 1 or 2 out there. Oh, it just, I got a present for you.
What'd you find? Shotgun shells?
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh, they're all really coming out of the woods here.
I think this guy's got a Viking axe. Yeah, they really did pick up, didn't they?
A little bit.
Hey.
Ere the wolves get hungry.
You doing okay?
Yeah, sometimes the animations are pretty humorous. I just like walked up and swung at a zombie, and it was like a very sassy swipe of the machete. It was like, get out of my way. My gosh, occupied. I was getting into that bathroom.
Oh, hi.
Oh, hi.
Watch out.
Buddy. Oh, this guy works here, I think.
Oh, nice.
At least I assume this is a uniform. Might be a bowling shirt.
Didn't think that was implemented.
Ah, it might just be his golf outfit.
Hmm.
He's got a golf club and a bag of sugar.
Hey, nice.
Yeah, I mean, I hope it's real sugar. Otherwise, there's going to be some real amped up muffins.
Yeah. I'm gonna break the glass here.
Okay.
Did you get the door?
I unlocked it. Oh, hey. We got some beaver blood orange, some blueberry bunny blitz, some cranberry squirrel sep, hedgehog fizzy whiz, and razzleberry raccoon.
It's a high quality place.
Yeah, I think they've got almost the whole series.
Cool. Oh, I see more over here too.
I'll grab them.
Blueberry bunny blitz. Some beef aid too.
But yeah, they got the beaver blood orange and the badger banana booster.
VHS. Woodcraft. That should get me the level.
Excellent. This is a good stop.
Yeah.
Cola soda. They just went for all the names. Call it soda? Do we call it pop? Do we call it cola? Oh, and then there's the mulberry tea. I think that's the last one.
Awesome. Full set. Now we need a talk boy.
I don't think they're in here. Be good on soda, though. Excellent.
It wasn't upstairs. Want to see if there's a bed?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a full apartment.
Okay. Yeah, let's head up there and is there a door in the back?
To the place?
To the upstairs, yeah.
No. There is a door to the bedroom, though.
You're so full of it. I just went to the side room. I think what you heard is there a door from the back, but I asked if there was a way to get there from inside the building. I hear somebody creeping around out there.
Yeah, there's a lot of them.
Well, you want to risk it
Okay.
until morning?
Yeah, just close the door. I'll get the blind closed.
Okay. Don't eat me in my sleep.
That's why I've got you closest to the door.
They
You
both want...
sleeping yet?
No, it puts us at the same corner.
Ah, okay. I'll go find another spot. There's a couch right out here. Okay.
Sleep.
Yep. Sleep faster.
I know, right? Okay.
I survived. Oh, here we go. Box of shotgun shells.
Nice. Well, yeah, I can drop the ones that I have for you. There you go. Just threw them in a pile on the ground. Good luck. The whole thing of apple cider that is apparently non-perishable. That has not been my experience with apple cider, but sure.
It gets pretty gross, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It's that nasty thing growing on top.
Yeah. Oh,
Sometimes it dangles down into it.
Yeah. It's I'm good. Thanks.
Shotgun stuff back in the trailer. How'd you get it?
Probably the open window and all of the noise. I mean, you do snore.
Okay. It's good to know.
Oh, the car didn't show up for a minute. Proximity inventory is the best.
Yes. All right, we got 30 shots.
Okay, are you ready to deal with the repercussions of your actions?
Always am. Worst case, I yelled, David, I need help.
All right, well, go for it. There's 3 down here if you want to start us off with a bang. It was like a pun that I stumbled into. It was not intentional, and I hated it.
I liked it. Oh, it's on full auto. Let me change that.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Did you forget to load it?
I thought I did.
Okay, good luck.
See ya.
They just drop right to the ground.
Yep.
Here, I can take care of them. Coming in from the east. A good amount of them. Might want to group them up first. Hey, Chuck Norris.
You're bulletproof, right?
Don't know. Okay, I'm at the west end of the parking lot. No! GD misclick. Okay, let's see what the damage is. Too bad. Zombies in this game do not prescribe to the change of direction you commonly see in horror movies. Where, like, the louder noise starts to, like, change and get their attention and draw them elsewhere.
Yeah.
I think that really nullifies the hero's story in a lot of these.
All right, that's all of them.
You mean all of the shells?
Yep.
Cool.
Maybe all of them from the city, too. They're still walking in from that direction. Juke through the building.
Sure. Oh, I had beta blockers, but I think... Oh, here they are. Oh, he's like not even panicking anymore. Too tough.
Back is clear.
Okay. Still working on the front. Okay, we're making friends.
Don't mind me. Just eating an energy bar, watching you take them out.
Sure. Yeah, man. Gotta get them gains. Okay.
That wasn't so bad.
Couple tense moments. Okay. Well, I think that's a good place to stop. I think we'll need to head on to the fire station and collect the rest of those ingredients, but I think we gotta clear our way in a little bit, and there's definitely some cleanup that needs to happen.
Yep. Oh, yeah, I've got that bug again where I can't access inventories.
Yeah, I saw the error counter at one point just like rocketing up. So I'm sure that's not helping at all. Anyway, thanks for joining us tonight. If you enjoyed, we stream every Tuesday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern. And we also stream on Fridays. We're playing Dwarf Fortress on Fridays. Fortress Fridays, same time, 8:30. So feel free to join us. We hope to see you again. Have a great night.
Yeah, before we go, we've actually got like 8 viewers. Want to find someone to raid?
Absolutely.
Spread that love.
Let's see. Raid. Here we go. Send us forth to do your bidding. All right, YZN3. Let's do our worst. Four, three, two, one. And I'm going to stop streaming and recording.
Wait.